And we are back with another episode of the Real Podcast of Dallas, the only podcast dedicated to positivity, drug-free, not free drugs, but drug-free. It's the only podcast in the world who concentrates specifically with being drug-free, a drug-free podcast for the whole family. A broadcast for grandma, broadcast for mom, dad, brother, sister, anyone who's needing something positive in their life. Yes, it's the Real Podcast of Dallas, and it's been a little while since we broadcasted. Yes, but we are back. I want to say hi to Cindy, Maria, and Tomas. Tomas joined us a few episodes ago. Yes, and we are now looking at number 81, I believe. Episode 81. Yes, it's been a while. I've missed you. Where have you been? Where have I been? Again, I am in an undisclosed area 51 and a half. Yes. Again, I want to say hi to Cindy. I want to say hi to Maria. They'll be joining us again soon. Yes, and things have happened. A lot of things have happened. What's happening in your world? What's going on in your world? Do you want to talk about it? Or do you just want to sit back and listen what we have to say here at the Real Podcast of Dallas? So how can you get a hold of this little podcast that could? Well, Facebook. Look up the Real Podcast of Dallas. Also on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and any other way you can. Just Google us and we will pop up. Yes, on the search engine. We've gotten very popular. We're almost reaching our 2,000 downloads. Yes, we're not far from that. So very excited about that. Very excited about it. Yes, because this is a broadcast for champions. The only podcast made for champions. If you listen to this podcast, if you happen to catch this podcast, you are a champion. You are a winner. Yes. No losers on this podcast. And if you are a loser, consider yourself a loser. Guess what? You just became a winner. Yes. I want to say hi to everyone out there in Dallas, Texas. I miss you. I want to say hi to everybody in Griner Middle School, Jefferson High School, all the other schools that are out there. I want to say hi to the staff at Griner. I miss you guys. Chief, miss you. We'll get together again soon. Yes. So this broadcast, this podcast that we're bringing to you today is about your world and mine. Your world and mine. This is a big world and we have to share it. We have different opinions. And we have to live together, like it or not. So, it should be an interesting broadcast. We're going to talk about things that have been happening and see what we can do to live together in this world. The world that is made for you and I. Yes. Yes. So, a world made for you and I. What does that mean? It means that I can be myself in this world. Yes. Yes, I can be myself. Am I allowed to be myself? Of course. Of course I am. Should I be happy about who I am? Yes, of course. Be glad who you are. But how do we get there? What if I feel down from myself? I feel down. Things aren't going well. I don't feel good about myself. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound. What can I do? Well, one is to start asking questions. Who are you hanging out with? Are you hanging out with positive people? Or are you hanging out with people who put you down? Constantly put you down. Something to think about. Again, this is a big world. And we're all here. Can we all get along? Should we all get along? Do I need to get along with everybody? No, you don't have to get along with everybody. There'll be people you like and don't like. And that's okay. Do you understand that? You can like people or not like people. They can like you or not like you. They have a choice. Once you realize that people have a choice to like you or not like you, it's okay. There'll be some people that just don't get along with you. There'll be some people that you just don't get along with. But there's one thing that you have to remember. Respect. You have to respect each other. You have to have a mutual respect. Now, when we did this broadcast, we did this podcast, we made it for teens, preteens, but I realize now that adults can use this podcast. So parents, you're welcome to sit by and listen. And of course the music is always a good stuff. So we're talking about this being your world and mine, and we have to get along. And I know sometimes that it's very easy to just walk away from situations, and there's nothing wrong with that. Walking away is good, but you can't run away from things. Sometimes we have to face things, situations. Sometimes we have to face ourselves. What is it about me I don't like? And can I fix it? Am I going to get along with everybody? No. But like I told you earlier, we'll have to respect each other. The best way to deal with this is just respecting others, but respect yourself first. Your boundaries. What are your boundaries? Do you allow people to talk about you? Do you allow people to disrespect you? Do you like yourself? We have past episodes where we talk about liking yourself. Do you like yourself? Be nicer to yourself. Some of us aren't very nice to ourselves. Learn to like yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. That's you. Yeah. You might be surprised. Hey, you. Look at you, good looking. Yeah. Learn to like yourself. If you learn to like yourself, you're able to put up with more people. You're able to put up with people around you. You're able to be more patient with people. It's going to be very difficult for a lot of you. A lot of you have a hard time. You have a difficult time because you want people to automatically like you. Not everybody's going to automatically like you. And not everybody has to like you. There's certain things that you might like that other people do not like. There's certain things that people will not like about you. And that's okay. Some of us think that we should be liked by everybody. We become people pleasers. A people pleaser wants everybody to like them. And they'll even negate themselves. They will forget about themselves. And they'll please everybody else. They'll put their family to the side just to keep a friend. You found yourself doing that? Think about it. You found yourself doing that. It can be very difficult. So you don't have to be liked by everybody. Not everybody deserves to know everything about you. There's certain things that maybe they should not learn about you. Well, people respect you. So we're learning to like ourselves. Because this is your world and mine. And in this world, I fit. In this world, you fit. Are you out there? Are you hopeless? Do you feel like there's nothing else there for you? Let's talk about it. This world's a big world. Everybody deserves to be here. You're supposed to be here. What's your purpose? Do you have a purpose? Have you found your purpose? In this big world, there's plenty for us to do. There's things to do for others. If you haven't found a purpose, do for others. Help other people out. Are you 14? Volunteer. Help the people in your neighborhood. Don't let yourself stand in the way. Are you critical with yourself? Are you critical? Do you talk bad about yourself? Do you have that voice in your head that tells you constantly you can't do it? You shouldn't do it. Why should they like you? If you do, it's time to change. It's time to talk back to that voice and say, hey, back off. I'm likable. I'm lovable. I deserve better. If you feel alone, tap into that with yourself. And through yourself, help others. Give a little bit of your time. Be nice to your brother and sisters. Be nicer to your little brothers and little sisters. Be more patient. Create a different family tree. Oh yeah. Stop the violence. In this world, there's a lot of violence. Let's stop that violence. How do we stop the violence? We start reaching out to people. Being a little bit more patient. Being kinder. Protecting other people. Somebody's being picked on. Maybe it's time to stand up. It's time to speak out. And let people know, hey, we're not doing this anymore. We're going to be a little bit nicer. Nicer doesn't mean weaker either. You're listening to the Real Podcast of Dallas, the only podcast dedicated to drug-free, not free drugs, a drug-free podcast. And I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Leo Gutierrez, in case you have forgotten. And if you have, well, I'm here to remind you. Yes, so we have a podcast today talking about your world and mine. This is your world and mine. Yes. We have to share this world. Do we all fit in this world? Of course. There's room for everybody. What are you good at? What do you want to do? Dig deep. And remember, not everybody's going to like you all the time. It's okay. As long as you like yourself. We know you love yourself, but do you like yourself? Learn to like yourself. Treat yourself a little bit nicer. Maybe you weren't treated right growing up. Maybe you're not being treated right now. Reach out for help. Ask for help. Asking for help is a way of taking care of yourself. Help me, I need help. There's a lot of help out there. Reach out. Reach out to people who may feel alone, left out. Have you not spoken to somebody in a while? Call them up. Let them know everything's going to be okay. Invite somebody over for dinner. Somebody that maybe needs company. Invite them over for dinner. Learn to love life. Learn to love your surroundings. Learn to be at peace. Again, it's your world and mine. It's made for both of us. It's made for all of us.